Hello, everybody. Welcome again. It's me. It's Commodore Z, your king of tabletop RPG. How's everyone doing? It's a little self-aggrandizing there. I do apologize. Not sure where that came from. But anyway, how's everyone doing tonight? How's everyone? Yeah, wow. Exactly. Wow.
You're a poet and didn't even know it.
Owen Wilson, man.
Wow.
Wow.
So, guys, we're here again for another night of tabletop role-playing games in Zed's World of Darkness. We're playing Vampire the Masquerade. Episode 2 of The Last Masquerade, Echoes Beneath the... This is our third game in the second game in the Gehenna War arc of our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle. And I'm glad to be here. We're going to do things a little bit different tonight. I'm going to introduce our players first. I'm going to introduce them. They're going to tell us a little bit about themselves, and then I'm going to come back to them, and they're going to go over their session notes from last game. They can go as deep as they want, or as in depth as they want. I want them to give you, from their perspective, what happened last game to catch you as an audience up. I would also like to draw your attention to the Channel Point Redeems, where you'll notice there's a couple new ones.
Ruh-roh.
Ooh.
What did you do?
I don't know if I like the sound of that.
What did you do,
Look
Ray?
at the lights.
All right, yes.
Okay,
You'll see flicker the lights. Light source flickers or distorts reality. Triggers visual and audio effects on stream. Don't use that one yet because that one is still being worked on. But you'll also notice that we have Whispers from Beyond. A fun little one, a cryptic message or whispers delivered to a player NPC. Tell me who. You tell me what that message is, and I'll deliver it to the PC. Flashback fragment. We'll have to do a flashback for the PC on the fly of the PC you choose. Omen or Portent. Kind of a fun one. The ST introduces a supernatural warning, vision, or sign of looming danger. Now you'll also notice these do have limits on them. You can't use them constantly. It is usually once per hour, such as force a rouse check on a PC. At a very inappropriate time, inopportune time, that can be very dangerous. Or face reversal. They force them to reroll one roll, including a botched or failed test, even after the results are revealed. So if you want them to fail, you can make them reroll as well. You can be their own personal little shadows, everybody. This message is highlighted. Is it? Is it actually highlighted?
It is actually.
Okay,
Yes.
from my OBS, it doesn't look like it's highlighted.
It is.
Is it?
All right, so I'm joined today. Keywork Savior can't join us today. He is taking care of family issues that must be taken care of, and he will join us again. Thank you, Chaotic, for the bits. I do appreciate that. He will be joining us again next Monday. We are rapidly moving through the Gehenna War, I believe. And I feel like we're doing a great job. So I'm going to introduce Bishop first. He wasn't here with us last week, so he doesn't need to do a recap. But he's going to tell us a little about his character. And I want to know what he's learned, what Brian has learned over the course of the Chronicle so far.
Well then. Well, first and foremost, I'm Bishop 1810. That's my handle. Also Bishop in real life, so that tracks. I'm not a streamer, but I am a veteran D&D player. That and a just old hat gamer. Been kicking around in TTRPG and trying to learn VTM, WTA, a bunch of other tabletop games, and I'm liking it. So. Other than that, I'll be playing Ryan Gallagher tonight, who is a Thin Blood Alchemist CEO. So he is incredibly rich, all that kind of snazzy, jazzy shit. Otherwise, though, what he's learned in the Chronicle is that he used to be the biggest shark in the water, but there's a lot scarier things. Other than that, you know, if you since the couple months or so that he's been in Blackwater, he's experimented, come up with different formulas, alchemical means, improving what was old notes and everything, just making the formulas better, making them stronger. Other than that, there's a lot of other stuff in the world that he thinks should not exist, including himself and vampires. He's learned that werewolves are real. Ghosts will drag you into the middle of the lake, and ley lines exist somehow. So yes, that's all. Yeah, he's learned a lot, but there's still a lot more to come because he's still taking it all in, trying to drink it down, but not very effectively.
Bishop Echoes. All right, well, we're going to check the others as well. Nerd and Art. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your character.
Hi. So I am Nerd at Art. I don't really stream on my own channel, but you will catch me now and again at the Team Wildwood channel where the husband plays video games. And every so often I play video games, make art, do fun stuff. And I'm here every Monday night as Ulfhild Soren's daughter. She is a 1,000-year-old Viking shield maiden. She woke up 6 or 7 weeks ago now, and she is just figuring out vampire life with other vampires for the first time in her existence. So, yeah.
How was Nerd and Art? So far, Echo seems to be a Bishop and Zed. There's an Echo on Zed. Does somebody have an open mic? You don't hear it on Nerd and Art. There shouldn't be an echo from my end. That echo gone. Okay. Retired 11 Bravo. Tell me about yourself and your character.
My name's Jeff, or Retired 11 Bravo. I stream miniatures and everything from Warhammer, BattleTech, to more obscure, smaller skirmish games. And I paint miniatures. That's kind of what I do now. So, and I'm playing Salvatore Ricci. And he's a Nosferatu. He's tall. He's creepy. He's a sneak. And he's very much in full business mode since coming to Aleppo. So, and now there's an echo. Am I echoing?
Did you turn off your mic in Nerdwire Plays? Welcome in with your raid. We're just getting started. How you doing, my best friend Raid? How's it going? How's everybody doing? We're just getting started, so you're not interrupting. Thank you so much. You had a minor echo, Retired. I'm not sure where, but you started echoing at some point. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Commodore Zed. I'm your storyteller du jour for tonight. Your host for Vampire the Masquerade. We're just getting started.
Sin's here. We're gonna get
clipped. We're gonna get clipped, and now I'm echoing. What is going on? What is going on?
Oh no.
Oh no. Maybe we should just be using Discord, everybody. All right. Anyway, we're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep moving through it. What we're going to do now is we're going to do a recap of last week. From the point of view of the PCs who were here. So we're going to start at Nerd at Art, who did not have an echo.
All right. So last week was a lot for Ulfhild. The first thing we did was we chatted with Juliet about the foe that we had fought the week prior, and her take on it was some sort of North American Methuselah that was doing blood sorcery on the lake. There are other theories, though. We don't know. And then she got shoved onto this crazy plane contraption without windows, and she did not like that very much. We had Benedict Hale with us. We had Steve Grover, a Lake Blackwater police detective. The Isolde, I think was her name. The lady that handles the finances.
Isolde, yeah.
Thank you. And we had some military guys, all part of the prince's retinue, and made our way to Aleppo, where we got attacked on the way to our little safe zone there, zone A, zone Alpha for our bases. And that was crazy. I have a ton of notes here about how many vehicles are left in pursuit to make sure I don't lose track. And let's see. We got to the Citadel. It's some crazy ruins there. In the, I think it was the northwest area of the city. We met Tarquin, who is the Ventru Elder, and generally does not seem like a nice guy. Ulfild is immediately suspicious of him and his little speech about how they're going to take their rightful place, and she doesn't like the sounds of that. So we got to meet some other interesting people. Sahar, who is Prince Lestrade's sire. We got to meet yes, Arcadius, the Sahar's sire. We got some very old vampires around us for sure. Dante has been swept off to go do stuff with this very mysterious Collegium of Ashes. And I think at this point, we're just sitting around waiting to be told what to do next.
That was a very, very, very in-depth overview. I'd like to know stuff. You have so much notes.
2.5 pages of notes, Zed.
All right.
You're welcome.
What is Salvatore's feelings about what's going on?
Salvatore is focused on, this is serious. This is not our typical, establish yourself in a domain kind of thing. This is war, and it's bringing him back to Manhattan, of the fall of Manhattan and all that. So, and this is actually not different from what he did then, which is you are in a city that is held by the Sabbat and trying to survive and fight the Sabbat, but we are working for an elder that I'm not sure of, and Lestrade has hope that we can show him, we can guide his course a little bit. I'm not sure about that, but right now he's just focusing on war and just going through, finding all the pieces and parts and figuring out where they fit on this, who does what, how they do it. And Zed was great, and he put that in the Discord. At this point, a lot of what Salvatore's done is literally take a pad and paper and gone over to everybody and find out, who are you? What do you do? How do we fit into this? What do you know? Taking all the notes and all the things, and then figuring out, ways of egress from this place, because it's a citadel. We got to know how to get in and out. So, and then trying to come up with some kind of a loose plan to, take up the chain before they just use us as fodder.
Excellent. Thank you, both of you, for the recap and the insight into your characters' thoughts on the current situation. Ryan, if you'd been here last week, I'd ask you to do the same thing. Internet. Exactly. You can't do anything about it. You can't do this without the internet. So I totally get that. However, hit me.
If to explain his absence, give me the coordinates. I can just.
Oh no, we weekend at Birdie you.
Yeah,
okay, that's fair.
You came with us, but you would not have been able to find your way to this place. Like, we are down in like a labyrinth of.
Literally a labyrinth. Salvatore tried to count his way back and lost track after a while because there's just too many turns.
Mm-hmm.
Short of having, Yeah, short of having an eidetic memory, I don't think he could have gotten it. It's just too many turns.
Yep.
All right. Last notes I had was mostly speeches.
That's okay. Excellent. All right, so we're going to get started here in just a second. I just want to make sure I have everything perfect. Excellent. Okay, so everyone take a second, get yourselves into character. You've arrived at the Citadel of Aleppo. Been there for a week. Waiting. Steady blood supply of blood bags has been made available to you. You haven't quite yet dared to go feed. Not sure if no one's sure if it's safe just quite yet. While the city has calmed down in the last couple of months, violence can erupt at almost any moment, as you're well aware. As it did when upon your arrival. Sahar has called for you.
Yeah.
Asking for you. For you three in particular, and Victor. Well, you meet Sahar in a conference room. It's now a conference room. What was once probably just a storage chamber in the Citadel. A modern accoutrement have been placed in there. There are a bank of computers, monitors, tables and desks for people to work at, where you see some of her Muzabarin working while they're not on patrol, pulling surveillance and security around the Citadel with video and audio monitoring. As she's looking at a map of the city laid out across the table as you step in. Turns and she looks to Salvatore, Newfield, and Ryan. She's still dressed in her Janissary outfit with modern tactical gear mixed in with it. Very, 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 almost avant-garde tactical gear. Very cutting edge.
Mm-hmm.
But very mixed with the oldness of her Janissary influence. So it's retro archaic, but fashionable at the same time. There's a bit of ego that went into the design of this outfit that she is wearing. Does not have a soft look upon her face, nor a hard look. It's hard to gauge.
Yeah. We would have discussed it before really moving on. It says none of these people are people we want to fuck around with. You know, we want to be on our P's and Q's with them. You know, I know how Dante likes to be quippy and all that. These guys will have no patience for that.
No stir in that pot.
Yeah, be careful in stirring the pot.
These are princes, elders.
And being a thin blood, they don't like thin bloods. So just be extra careful. I got your back. Oldfield has your back, but be very cool. Of course, all this in Salvatore speak, which would take like 3 times longer.
All good. Oldfield will follow Salvatore's lead as usual.
Before we get into that, do you wish to speak with Victor Lestrade? Or do you want to speak to Lestrade after you speak to Sahar? I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that up to you.
Either way is fine with me. I just want to get him in a situation where we're talking to him like alone. I don't want any of his other. I don't want any of the other people around. I want to make sure that we're talking to him, just us.
Fair enough. All right. So you approach Sahar, and she looks to you. She goes, "I have a mission for you, for the 3 of you." And she looks to Lestrade, and I have information for you, Victor. Before I give you this mission, I understand that you probably have many questions. I'm going to allow you to ask your questions. I'm going to answer your questions once. And then I'm going to give you this mission. That was redundant and I am sorry. She corrects herself. Ask your questions. I'm prepared to answer. Don't be flippant, please.
How are we handling this? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Ryan was just going to
How do you want to handle this campaign? I have recommendations, but it's similar to what we did in Manhattan in retaking it from the Sabbat. My recommendation would be to maintain a small presence, be hidden as much as possible, don't get in a fight if we can run from it. Every chance that we have to interact with the Sabbat should be a last resort, because it runs the risk of giving away where we are, our numbers, and our methods. Conserve our strength until it's time to strike, and then strike with everything, overwhelming force, and then get back out. A guerrilla.
Lucy is our true.
The beast. We handle it different than the Sabbat, and I don't know how an antediluvian handles it. But whoever controls an antediluvian could shift the balance of power here. And if the Sabbat gets it, it's carnage, it's chaos. And ultimately the end for Kindred. And a lot of mortals will die in the process.
It's a very metaphorical answer. The beast. Our true enemy is Janus. I'll tell you more of Janus during our mission brief. But the Sabbat is not our enemy. They are rot. Do not argue with rot. Excise it. No negotiations, no mercy, no prisoners. We salt the ground where their paths once. Leave one alive and it will birth another pack. Leave two, they'll call it a crusade. So we have to make sure to root out each one, burn them away, destroy them, and yes, exactly as you said. Get in, get out. We break them in front of their own. They crave them. They crave death. We deny it at first. We take their priests, we flay them under the moonlight, take their rights, and we twist them into scripture. We burn their monsters in silence, not fire, because fire is what they want. When they're just begging for the release, finally we take the blood and we reclaim it. That is how we destroy the Sabbat. This is how we root out our enemies. Utter and complete decimation and after they take away and destroy their ideologies. Unfortunately, that is not a quick campaign. We need a quick campaign. So we need to excise them, as I mentioned. To destroy the rot. But unless we can excise the ideology, we'll always be fighting them. Here's to Ulfield. What do you think?
I have no thoughts on this.
We're a thought of warriors. Go ahead.
She's definitely holding something back because everything that she just described sounds more like she's interested in torturing people. So she's definitely biting her tongue in this moment. She's just like, you know what? All right. Like, if anything, I'm just going to give these people quick death so that you don't get your hands on them, and cool.
She turns to Ryan, almost speaks. She stops, and she doesn't. Then she moves away as she's not going to acknowledge.
you know. remembering. Yeah, he met the Dawn, and I can kind of get behind them. That faction
Oh yeah.
effectively, and not whatever the hell she was talking about. Nice.
Right.
Yeah. Like,
I don't know if I need to flay people, but we'll take out some guys for you.
Yeah, she's old school.
For real. Exactly.
Yeah, she is no joke, man. Like getting medieval on people. Yeah, that's what she's about. Getting medieval on them. I was like, oh.
She notices your resistance to her idea, Ulfield.
Mhm.
Not that you wear it on your sleeves, but she's old. She can smell it. She's older. She's been around a little bit longer. Active,
Yeah.
active. Maybe not as old as you. But active. She looks and she shakes and says, "The Sabbat are not soldiers. They're contagion. Don't debate with plague. You don't capture fire. You stamp it out. We salt it. We ground it. We don't. Every pack we find, we erase. Names, symbols, shrines. We kill them quickly. Blood should flow, not perform." Is that more to your liking?
I am here on a mission. I will do as I am told, so long as it does not affect my humanity.
I believe all of our humanities will suffer through this.
Tonight's mission should not put your humanity at any risk. Enjoy your own lives. I need something acquired that cannot be acquired by my Muzabarin. Nor do I have agents who they're capable, but not as expendable as the three of you.
At least she doesn't mix her words.
at least she's up front.
I don't foresee violence or the possibility of death in what I'm asking for, but I cannot send Hassan to do this work. Below Aleppo's oldest quarter lies the Red Market. It's been populated. We call it the Red Market now. It's been populated for years, since the dawn of the Gehenna. It's a bazaar where thin bloods and rogue kindred sell relics, blood, intel, and secrets. They've been selling to their different factions in the city for years. There's information that I need that's there, and I can't. It's chaotic, labyrinthine, and flooded with smoke and prayer chanting echoes. It's good. I can't go. I'm too powerful. They'll scatter. Same will happen. Hassan will end up killing somebody. We'll never get the information. I need to send 3 relatively sane kindred to acquire what I'm looking for. Information. To bring it back to me. I need information on where the Sabbat are conducting their mass rituals. I need to know where they've committed the atrocities called the Shovel Party, where they've created masquerades and attempted to create mass amounts of kindred to fight for them. We need to find the evidence. Once we do that, our necromancer can perform ceremony, so she says, to create a ward. I don't know if that's true or not. Looks to Victor. Because if Valeria says it, it is true. And Sahar goes, "You trust this Lasombra?" Lestrade says, she owes me. She owes me her life. I'm calling in that shit now. We'll get what we need out of her. Star says, "Very well." Looks to the 3 of you. The Red Market. It's not far from here. It's 10 kilometers. On the other side of the city. Can't change the directions. It's underground. You're going to need to enter through one of the entryways. She draws you a map. It's basically a photographic map.
Do we have clothes that will let us blend in with the locals?
I don't have anything for you. You'll have to acquire your own costumes, so to speak. 1 second, I let my dogs in.
I wonder if this place is unique and they act like a bunch of vampires, or if it's need to blend in with the civilian populace. Sorry, I was asking, I'm wondering if we need to get into this place like vampires, or if we need to get there looking like locals and then do kind of changeroo, or what is the etiquette for this place?
Oh, that's what you asked her?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to probably need to blend in on your way there. But how you appear when you're there is going to be.
Can I ask amongst your Mabarazun, see if they have collected any clothes that we can utilize?
They have plenty of costumes for men. Nothing for women. Depending on what you want to wear, it's just long shirts, a shirt that goes all the way down to the feet.
Mm-hmm.
Headgear.
That would be useful.
All right, so you guys. So what do? You grab the. They bring you in. They give you what's the word I'm looking for?
Kafia?
What's that?
A kafia?
A kafia. Yes, thank you. I could have had it on the tip of my tongue. They gave you a kafia. They give you the robes. They give you the shirt to wear. Everything you need.
What do you guys want to wear under?
That's exactly.
You guys going on? That's where Zeb is going too.
Yeah, I'll have my light armor on.
Yeah. I'm gonna put the snap in the gorget for underneath. Put my shirt on and headgear and wrap it around there so it doesn't show. But yeah.
All right. They offer you a truck, a white Nissan.
Of course, it's a white Nissan.
Nissans
and Toyotas.
Nissans and Toyotas everywhere. There's nothing strapped. There's nothing bolted to the trunk, to the bed of the vehicle. No weapons mounts, nothing like that. It's just it would pass normal inspection at a checkpoint. All right.
Have paperwork that we would need to use to get through checkpoints?
No, you don't. They do not have paperwork for you.
Well, I'm going to make sure I also have my axe with me.
I've still got the. What did we have for SMGs? We were like MP5s or something, or
MP5s.
Yeah.
Sir.
All right, who's going to be? And you guys are going to be. You are at health. Not health 2. I'm sorry. Hunger 2.
Mm-hmm.
Hunger 2. All right. All right. As you prepare to leave, as I said, they bring you to the white Nissan vehicle, the white Nissan truck. Who's going to be driving?
I'll drive.
You're going to drive?
Who's taking us?
Who's taking you? It's the three of you. You've been given directions and.
Oh, I know, but who was taking us to like the vehicles and stuff?
Oh, one of the Moobirds are in.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right.
Should we just
Yeah, before you leave, do you want to track the prince down and
before
talk
we
to
do
him?
that, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Don't let me push you guys into stuff. I count on you to speak up when you guys want to do stuff.
I was just going to ask the Mubarazin guy, is there anything else we need to know before going out there?
Because it's ever since the ambush, been quiet. that bodes ill. But there's also been a lot of activity in the skies lately. At least during the day. We can't tell during the night, but during the day we've seen them flying above.
Do you know the war situation?
Yes, we do. There's a surge. Alawat are still fighting. The fighting will intensify as the season warms up. As we're coming out of winter, coming into spring, the fighting will begin again.
Very well.
Be careful when you're going through the southern part of the city on your way to the Red Market.
We will.
Last time we had last game we had kind of established like quadrants for the city.
Yes.
So just to keep it straight in my mind, what quadrant is this market in?
Alpha Delta.
Oh, exactly where we were told they're at. Excellent.
All right. Yeah. Salam alaikum.
He gives it back. That doesn't seem to have a lot in it, though. It seems to have lost the meaning to him.
And then
or it's more rough for him.
Yeah, but having a white boy say it to you is probably a little different.
A little bit. All right, so you're looking for Victor, correct, Dualfield?
Yes, I'd like to get him by himself, and Salvatore and Ryan want to come, of course, but I have some questions for.
All right,
Lady Soren's daughter. Is this something you wish to do by yourself, or do you want us? I am glad to be there, but if it's something you wish to do in private, please feel free to do so.
You're welcome to come if you wish. I just believe I need him to answer some questions for me to feel comfortable with him.
Oh, then I would be glad to come with you.
Find Victor off in an office, working on a laptop. Looks like he's working with his old A, and she is standing over him, and they are going over financial paperwork. He sees you walk in, and he dismisses his old A. Help you?
She approaches the desk and just kind of like puts her hands down on it, kind of like not in an intimidating way, but like we're talking business right now kind of way.
Okay.
She's gonna lean in and she's gonna be like, "Truth is, Prince Lestrade, I do not have much trust. I am here, Salvatore. I am here to protect Salvatore. Salvatore is working for you. I'm following him. But I feel like I'd be able to trust you more, especially if we were going to fight together. You must have trust. You'll answer some questions for me."
He looks at you. He reaches over with his right hand, and he grabs the top of the laptop screen and closes it gently, puts it down, steeples his hands together, elbows on the table, and he asks you, "What?" Yes, he tells you to.
She sits down across from him, crosses her leg. "This Valeria, I do not know much of her other than you cast her out of Lake Blackwater. Do not know why. But now you say she can be trusted. Worries me. I wish you to tell me why she was cast out and why we should trust her now."
It's cast out for causing chaos within the. Nothing so much that would have resulted in her death. Chaos that would not have been productive to the running of the domain had I continued. Now, why do I trust her? Because she owes me her life from circumstances from before this. I've come into possession of a life boon. Needs to work it off. Oh, go ahead.
Salvatore's, you know how you have like a kitchen chair with the back and all that? Salvatore does, and you've seen him do this many times, where he just kind of steps up and stands with his like toes holding on to, kind of like this weird gargoyle-ish. This is boons only have power with people who have some sense of honor. Who says that they will honor it?
They're here honoring it right now, are they not?
They can easily connect back with the Sabbat and other La Sombra and others who are working against us. And yes, she has an out.
Our currency is social and fiat in nature. In order for it to work, we have. I trust enough in the fact that I have enough control to do what we need. I understand that she is former sub. I understand that she has caused disturbances in my. But we need someone. We do not have Hecate. We do not have our own necromancer. We needed somebody. I brought one.
So you brought her here.
I brought her here. Specifically. Let's just say I have an interest in my investment.
This is especially curious to Ulfhild because I remember last session he seemed very surprised that she was there.
I think I gave off a bad impression then.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure before I was like, "You're a liar."
I think in the previous episode we had it switched, where Sahar was not surprised and Lestrade was, like Sahar had brought her.
Yes.
But I think it's reversed, right?
It's reversed, yes. That's my bad.
Not a worry. I was just like, okay.
Actually, give me a wits plus manipulation.
Plus manipulation. Oh no, I don't.
No, I'm sorry. Wits plus awareness. Wits plus awareness roll.
Plus awareness. Okay.
Yes, give me a wits plus awareness.
Still not great.
What's your total?
One more dice.
Well, you got 2 successes. You got enough. You got enough successes. He's not being completely truthful with you. Not outright lying, but he's not being completely true. He's hiding something.
Salvatore, do you want to prod that, or you want me to prod that?
He doesn't know. He didn't make the roll. Salvatore.
Fair. All right.
Well, that's what I was asking. We're just sitting there and we're watching this. I mean, does it seem?
Yeah.
Like...
So yeah. No, like
because I've got.
She's just gonna shake her head and be like, "There's more to the story than that."
He's definitely holding something back.
He's just gonna flat out confront him. What? Yeah, I feel like there's more to it than that. What aren't you saying?
Lestrade, please. You're not our prince anymore, but you are an elder. We're on a team. Help us help you.
What you want to know won't help you help me.
But it'll help me trust you.
There's another La Sombra at play.
Her sire.
Her sire, and Valeria is the direct counter to it. She is more powerful than her sire now due to her cavalry.
So the plan here, our battle plan, is to count on Valeria to best her sire.
That is Tarquin's plan. There are moves being made that you cannot even fathom. On levels that we can't even see. By strings we haven't even conceived of yet. Tarquin is moving pieces on this board in 4 dimensions.
You seem to have a lot of faith in this Ventru elder of yours.
Tarquin is the tactician of the old world. He moves pieces before the board is even carved. Say what you will of his methods. Winning a war, most of us are still denying even existence. We are winning currently. The fact that we're here and we have this base of operations. The fact that we haven't been wiped off the map just yet.
And if we defeat the Sabbat, what happens then?
The Sabbat's not the ultimate enemy. The Sabbat is just a player on the field. The Sabbat is just a hurricane. That is not the enemy. The enemy is Janus. Don't know of Janus yet.
Janus, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming and going, doorways.
Yes, Janus, an ancient Roman Bruja. Rumored to also be a Methuselah. Tarquin's nemesis. That is the true enemy.
this would be good too.
We don't expect you. Victor looks at you. Because I assume he's.
I kept that in my brain. However, Victor's a Ventru, so he may have heard it anyway.
He can't do that. He can't telepathy.
Okay.
Understand that Janus has assembled a force probably much like ours. And that he will fight the war in many ways that we will. He's a tactician of his own. The fate of Aleppo rests in our hands, your hands, and what you must do tonight. The information that you must find at the Red Market. Find this mass grave site. We know that something about this grave site, something went wrong, and the information we need to find Janus, or at least some of this information will be.
Once we get the information, do we come back here? Do we call you? What do we do?
Follow up on it. I think we need the information before it gets back to others. I think we need a chance to process it, analyze it, before we pass it on to Sahar and Tark.
So we get back to you and not Sahar?
That is the chain of command. He's very quiet. He goes, I know he's dangerous. He speaks like a prince and he acts like a butcher. Known men like him. Make kingdoms out of corpses. Sahar says nothing with his voice behind it. That's troubling. It's a weapon with no will, makes it dangerous. If Assad ever... Go ahead.
We are in a delicate position.
You've been demoted from knights to pawns, and I do apologize. Words will be great if we survive. Very well. You should be on your way.
Ulfeld nods. He stands up, kind of gives him a look and says, sure, this will not be our last discussion. Have a good day, Prince.
I hope it's not.
Turns and leaves.
All right, you turn and leave. Give
Yep,
me
follow.
follow. Okay. Give me a charisma. Give me a charisma plus leadership roll. Ulfeld.
I have a whole 2 charisma and no leadership.
Oh. Okay, so
I got 1.
yeah, you have 1 dice.
No, I rolled 2 and I got 1 success.
You got 1 success. Okay, nothing terrible happens to you because you didn't get it. You didn't succeed on that. I just wanted to see something.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see something. I didn't even see it roll. Oh, there it is. All right, so you didn't get any criticals or anything nasty. Nothing bad happened to you. I just wanted to see how you changed someone's reaction of you in a good way. All right. You're heading to your Nissan. You're gonna drive. You guys are driving. All right. So as you're driving through the night, it's night, of course. Obviously, it's night.
No, it's daytime.
It's daytime. Everyone's dead. Rocks fall on your ashes. We start anew. No, I take kid.
Ulfield wakes up in the Shadowlands.
We should let's we need to feed. Can we kind of move around the area, just kind of spot around and see if we could spot something, park, go ambush somebody in an alley kind of thing?
You may. You absolutely may do so. All right. I'm going to need a strength plus brawl check, I believe. Hold on. Let me. It's been a while since we had to do a feeding. I've never had to do a wartime feeding, so just let me check something real quick.
First thing we do in a foreign country, we just assault somebody.
Assault somebody and take their blood. I love it.
Give me your blood.
I approve. We're alley catting. It is strength plus brawl.
Yep.
You take blood by force or threat, stalking, overpowering, and bleeding your victims. If you feed on criminals or sort of dark night of the streets, use wits plus streetwise to find a victim. Are you looking for? Are you looking
I'm
for
looking for a victim? Yeah.
You're looking for a victim. Okay. You're looking for a kind of a criminal. Ufield, what are you looking for?
Smooth one?
I still need to work on leveling up. Okay, so here's a question, actually.
Absolutely,
Potence.
answer. Yeah.
Potence is not one of my clan skills, but it's one that I picked during my character creation. And now, to level it up, do I just need to feed on choleric blood, or do I need to feed off someone who knows potence?
You need to feed off someone who knows potence first.
Okay. Even if I already have 1 dot in potence?
Because it's not in clan to you. This is just an intrinsic thing that you know. You don't know any more of it, though.
I see. Okay. All right. Well, then, in that case, fortitude. So I would be looking for melancholic blood resonance. That should be really easy to find in Aleppo. I'm
Yes.
looking for survivors of war. Yes.
Make your bloodhound roll.
Bloodhound. Just a resolve plus awareness. So that is 5. Yes, melancholic.
All
3
right.
successes.
As you're driving around, your hound dog, Ophil, catches the scent of melancholic blood as you're driving through the streets, and you manage to find. You see in the alleyway, you see a man sort of slumped over in a corner, and you see 2 others standing on the other side of the alleyway, counting something in their hands.
Oh.
Sounds like an
Something for
opportunity for
everyone.
all of us, boys. All right. So yeah, we'll park the vehicle in an inconspicuous place.
I'm going to go ahead and kind of give you a little vanish. Whoosh.
With Ryan holding back and Salvatore in his invisible mode, I am gonna make my way towards the alley, and I'm gonna kind of walk with a limp and just, I have my head down, my face is covered, and I'm just kind of walking down the alley with a limp, like I don't even see you guys. Like I'm trying to create a target for them.
All right, you hear in a language you don't necessarily understand. Someone starts addressing you, and they start approaching you. One of them starts laughing and menacing you, as the other one starts approaching with a leering smile on his face.
I'll move up behind one of them.
Okay.
The one to the side of her, because whatever she does, she's probably going to do it to whoever's right in front of her. So I'm going to be ready to just snatch the guy.
Yep, I was hoping I could get them both in front of me at the same time, but yeah. So as soon as this guy gets within range of me, I'm just gonna grab him by the arm and fucking throw him to the ground as hard as I can, actually.
Yep, and essentially you're gonna make a strength plus brawl check.
Yep.
Remember with your feeding, and you too, Salvatore. You're not. It's not a full on combat scene. It's just a feeding check. I need one from you too, Ryan, because you're feeding.
I get 6.
Okay.
What's the
Strength plus brawl if you're doing it this way.
Oh Christ. Okay.
Well, we're disabling the two guys that are actually standing, and I'm not planning on feeding on this guy. I'm planning on feeding on whatever the source of that melancholic resonance was.
Oh, it's all three of them. No, it's all three of them.
Perfect.
Yep.
We have 3 people in the alley here, although one of them was just robbed, so maybe fuck with that guy. I feel bad. He's about to see some shit too, so.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Ryan, unless you do something about it, he's going to scream and run out of the alleyway because these other 2 are latched on. They've left him to you. Strength plus brawl. It's your feeding roll. You did not succeed your feeding roll.
Oh wait, he's using a weapon. Is that melee?
No, it's just strength plus brawl for the feeding attempt. Yes. So Ryan, as you reach the other 2 are busy feeding, you reach to grab for the other guy, and he's I'm Medici, and he turns and he elbows you, knocking you back just a little bit, and he escapes out the alleyway, yelling and screaming about Americans. Americans are eating people.
If there is God. MD5 wouldn't happen to have a suppressor on.
No.
Someone's gonna hear that. The good news is this guy's running around saying Americans are eating people. I don't know if we need to worry about him so much. He just went through some shit. I don't know if anybody's gonna believe him.
Yes, this is the dude that was robbed, yes. No. You throw a brick at his head. How many rouse checks would that be? Because that would increase your possible hunger that you have now. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like Ryan will sit there.
All right, so
And jump back into the alley.
the runner gets.
He's covering his face.
And it's not safe to take anything from the two that they have just left, or they will die. So you don't get to feed. So you guys are at 1 hunger each. Ryan is at 2.
What do these guys have on them?
It's just wallets, knives, Ford,
Take their wallets and stuff.
Syrian money.
got
Yep.
the Syrian money.
They got
whatever ID
paperwork.
They
They got ID, paperwork, stuff like that. Yep.
Yep.
take
Yep.
their AK.
No AKs.
No AKs.
No AKs.
We'll take the knives though. How many knives they got on them?
Each have a knife. Pretty
Okay,
long.
perfect.
Kind of curved.
Is it small enough that I can tuck it into my boot?
No, you wouldn't tuck it into your boot.
Okay.
Because it's one of these curved
Yep.
knives.
Oh, the goat sacrificing dagger. Stabbed by one.
I got room. I'll hang it on my belt with my my axe.
All right. So you're freshly fed, except for Ryan,
Poor
and
Ryan.
you're heading toward the Red Market. Salvatore's driving. It's a pretty idyllic ride. Nothing out of pocket happens. You drive through downtown. Do you drive through downtown or do you drive around it? Straight through or around? Okay, you drive around. So that's about an hour to your You go through a couple checkpoints. Nothing out of hand happens. I suppose you used the ID that you took from the people. That's why.
Mhm.
That's why I assumed you took it.
Mm-hmm.
So you're passed through. You finally make it to where you're supposed to be, and it's a rumbled down building with a red door. Americans are eating people. Cynthia got us. Americans are eating people.
Thank you, Cynthia.
So yeah, we'll park it, and it's the usual. We're in a foreign country in a weird place. I don't know how long it's going to be here. We'll take the key, leave the window down, because it's just going to get broken otherwise. If they want to take it, they're going to take it.
Yep.
But I got the keys, and it's this way.
I'll let Salvatore lead the way.
All right,
We'll
go ahead.
kind of spiral around into it. As we get to a place that's like 90 degrees off of it, we'll kind of stop. We'll look around and says, remember this place. If we get into trouble, this is where we will fall back to. We'll split up, but ultimately we'll come back here.
Oh yeah, that's a good question actually, and this is something that we should have asked Sahar Lestrade. Like, do we have a target here? Like, what are we just asking random people? Like, hey, where's the mass grave?
That's kind of what you're doing.
Okay.
You're gonna be
All
asking the people there what you're looking for. You might run into somebody, who knows? But yes, that is essentially what you're expected to do.
All right.
I should have made that clear. I do apologize.
No, it's all good. I just didn't know if there was a certain person here that we were meeting to like get information from, or if we're just gathering information.
All right, so you approach the door. Well, what do you do when you get to the door? Door is attached to the building has been bombed out, but it's not collapsed completely. The structure still stands. This is an entrance to it. There's a couple different entrances in this little complex, but this is the red door as described before.
So, I'll kind of look towards Salvatore and be like, "Do we go in together? Do we go in separately?"
It won't matter at this point.
And I say we stick together
at this point. Let's go in.
When you go to open the door, you notice some resistance, and a metal slat on top of the door slides open, and you see two eyes peeking out from it. And it goes, "How can I help you?" A gruff voice, not all that unlike Salvatore's.
What is the name of this place?
The Red Market.
This is called. I thought this whole area was called the Red Market.
No, the Red Market is below.
Okay.
Oh, is this the Lapis?
Lapis Bazaar.
No, sorry, that was something. Oh, wow.
We're here. I just kind of look at him. I just kind of snarl a little bit and show him my teeth.
You see a light, a UV light sticks out and flashes you. What do you do?
I would flinch.
Okay, you flinch. All right, you hear the door, the thing closes, you hear it unlock, and the door opens. Whoever was at the door standing behind it, not visible behind the door. And you hear a voice from the other side. Enter down the stairs to the right. Follow the arrows.
Go down. I'm trying to do this with them without speaking because, the less we give away, the better.
Yeah.
Everyone follow Salvatore down, I take it, down the stairs? All right, as you walk down the stairs, it's a labyrinthine path. You definitely need to follow the yellow arrows that have been drawn onto the wall. Or at least it seems to be. It seems to be the right path. No one seems to be getting twist-turned or upside down. But give me a wits plus awareness check, everyone, to make sure you can tell how to get out if you lost yourself outside the arrows.
I'm lost, man.
So you missed this last session, but you were getting lost last session as well, and we literally formed a human conga line. So once again, I'm gonna grab Ryan's hand and I'm gonna put it on my shoulder. And I know where I am going, but I'm gonna put my hand on Salvatore's shoulder. We're just gonna conga line this.
One willpower down.
When you do willpower, you don't reroll all your dice, just 3 of them.
Oh.
That's okay. You just roll the 3 dice again, so you got 2. And we're looking for 3. Nerd and Art did really well. And so, okay. So you take Ryan's hand as he almost gets lost again. As he almost gets lost again, you turn around and you just give him a look. I'm sure you can describe that however you do it. You grab his arm, you put it on your shoulder, and you guys begin to walk. It takes you about good 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes of walking until it finally opens up into another door. This door opens into a large, open, cavernous room full of people. Stalls are set up along both walls. There are stalls set up in the middle. It's bustling in here. You're surprised you didn't hear it on your way in. There's at least 5 stalls on each wall, at least 10 up and down the middle. And there's probably at least 20 people in the room.
Yeah, as the door starts to open, I'm going to obfuscate. And I'll whisper back, I'm with you.
Okay. I would like to turn on my Sense the Beast, which I believe I can use as a passive to just sense hostility from him. Animal.
Passive ability I'm not too familiar with.
This power can be used both actively and passively, warning the user of aggressive intent in their immediate vicinity.
There's lots of aggressive intent in your immediate vicinity.
So my alarms are just going off.
Your alarms are going off anyway. You have no idea the psychopath sitting next to you.
All right. So I guess I had my hand on Salvatore's shoulder, but now I'm walking in with my hand on no one's shoulder, so I'm gonna put my hand down and start making my way through the room. And I'm gonna walk slowly and cruise the stalls on the outer walls first, and I'm gonna go real slow and act like I'm really examining everything so that I can try and get whispers of conversation, at least anything that I can detect. I know most of it's going to be in a language I can't understand, unfortunately.
Give me a wits plus streetwise. Yeah.
Oh
my
my! Not streetwise.
Yes, you can. All right, you're going to do that too? Yeah, you do it as well.
Accepted.
I don't have to. Can I use wits awareness since I'm not actually trying to play off being streetwise?
You get a messy critical.
Oh no.
Well, we'll get to you in just a second. What were you trying to do, Retire 11 Bravo?
Since I'm obfuscated and don't have to like stealth along and act like I'm trying to be surreptitious, can I just listen?
You can listen. What are you listening for?
Just anything that sounds like it would be kindred related.
Give me a wits plus awareness.
That's 6.
6. You need 4 successes. There's a lot of murmuring going on. There's a lot. It's very loud. And you're looking for some very specific stuff. You got 6 successes. Every conversation you hear is kindred related. You're pretty sure.
Any of them more Sabbat type lingo?
There is Sabbat lingo from many of them here. This seems to be a neutral ground where probably most everyone you're talking to is Sabbat. Let me adjudicate the results of their failed rolls that they had over there.
Here we go.
Ryan. Okay. First things first. You got you did not get a messy critical because you did not get double of them. You did not get 2 of them. So
Just got a single one, right?
Just get a single one. No, which one or more 10 appears, and the hunger dice is a messy critical. The character succeeds as in a regular critical, but an animal would, not being capable of foresight or self-control. So you managed.
Oh.
So you were trying to find the right vendor basically to talk to, right?
Kinda, yeah. It was just kind of like, okay, hey, there's a lot of that one. You know, kind of like that one seems like he actually knows something. Or there's just something about Grave-like about it. I don't know. Something attracted me to that. To this.
I'm just trying to figure out how this would play in. This is an interesting. This one's interesting. All right, as Ufild and you are talking to various vendors, one of them you finally speak to one, and you get angry enough that you reach up and you grab him by the throat. And he looks at it and he's like, "What do you want?" And he doesn't choke, but he's like, "What do you want?" As he finally gets the air around his throat, and he just moves your hand away.
I want to know where this fucking grave is. That's what I want to know.
Oh, he goes, "Which one? What grave?
The big one.
What grave are you talking about?"
The big one.
The big one.
Yes, the biggest one. The one that all of the Sabbat and all the shit keep happening.
Would you say Sabbat out loud? You get a bunch.
Sorry. I keep. I gotta think this through. Or we're all the shit says. We're all this chaos. These people.
What do you mean these people?
Do I suffer my compulsion or anything due to my failure on that, or am I okay?
No, you're okay. You just didn't find the right guy. You're fine.
So when I see Ryan grab this guy by the throat, I'm gonna step in between Ryan and the vendor a little bit. I'm gonna put my hand on Ryan's chest and kind of gently push him back. I'm gonna
Ryan, mark a stain on your humanity, okay? You got a stain for getting a messy crit. All right, so Ufil pushes him to the side.
My apologies.
Salvatore is. Oh, go ahead.
For my
go
friend. We have heard some rumor. Some La Sombra had taken in one of the graves around here. You know anything?
He leans over, gets in a little bit closer to you, and he kind of whispers, You're talking about the Masquerade from the Last Crusade attempt, aren't you? He's talking about the quote-unquote big one. Salvatore's scanning the crowd. Okay. Quote-unquote the big one. That means that's the one outside the hospital. Yeah, you won't be able to miss it if you look for St. Louis's hospital. Brushes some more dust off his thing. Adjusts the collar of his shirt. Ugh. Looks over at Ryan. He goes, "Very rude, very very rude. You need to learn to control your beast much better, sir."
Ulfhild's hoping to leave this guy in such a way that she won't piss him off too much. So she's gonna grab that wallet that she took from the gentleman before. Gonna take whatever money's in it, and she's gonna put it down on the vendor's stall and say, "I'm very sorry for your trouble, and I hope you met my friend and I tonight." She has no idea how much money is in that wallet. She doesn't really understand money, but she's just gonna put that down and she's gonna walk away slowly and calmly.
All right, Salvatore. No one seems to have noticed this minor altercation that's going on. There's similar altercations probably going on at the other stalls as well. It's kind of a rowdy place.
Okay. A little more Wild West.
A little more Wild West, yes.
Makes sense. Just so that we don't draw any attention to ourselves, we're going to continue to peruse the stalls for a good, 10, 15 minutes. And then I'm going to kind of lead us into a quiet corner. And, should we head to the St. Louis hospital?
All right, the different stalls, they sell lots of different things. Some of them are selling high-tech drones. There's a weapons merchant. There's someone who just has a display of USB keys. And they each say interesting things like Methuselah locations. Locations of antediluvians. It could be bunk, it could be fake, but there's someone just selling USB keys of information for people. Everything. Weapons merchants. USB key, information merchants. Even a little bit of human trafficking going on down here. As you see, there's one of the stalls has people in chains being carted off by other people, by other kindred.
Well, I just gave all of the money that I had on me to this guy to appease him. So I don't have any way of purchasing anything. Otherwise, I'd be looking for some sort of fun weapon to wield. But I think at this point, unless Ryan wants to go buying some crazy USB keys, probably time for us to head out.
Do you take plastic?
You're perusing you're getting ready to leave? Do you think you've gotten the information you need so far?
Well, that's I'm going to kind of lead us into a quiet corner so I can ask Salvatore that question. Like, do we head out to this hospital or do we keep poking around?
Continue, going around the room and listening in and just kind of hearing anything that sounds like shovel party, mass graves, anything like that. Anything necromantic or anything like that.
That's a good point. Are there any stalls in this place that are clearly catering to necromancers?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. The last stall on the right side, near the back of the hallway. Yes, there is a kindred. He's thin, pale, but not undead pale. Just doesn't get a lot of sun pale. He seems to have a little bit of a flush to his body. As you approach him, he kind of winces away from you. He goes, and he's got maps. As you approach him, he goes, "Hey, can I help you? Are you looking for anything? Ritual implements, ceremonial implements, necromantic implements, maps, mystical maps?"
She kind of thumbs the maps absentmindedly, just kind of pretending to look at them a little bit.
Anything in particular you're looking for?
I have heard rumor of a gravesite nearby. Something pertaining to the Crusades?
The Crusades, or quote unquote Sabbat Crusades? This city's
I
old.
hear only rumors.
The history's old. You have to be more specific. A Masquerade from the Crusades or a Crusades Masquerade could be two very different things. One would have been old, one would be new. I don't think it could be both. Because I think I know what you're talking about. I may have some information for you. How would you
What
pay
would
for
this
this
information cost us? There we go. What would this information cost us?
Cold hard cash, or maybe a favor? Pulls one of the maps down. Puts it on $50.
She stops Ryan before he can take out his money. He makes sure that the vendor sees him go for his wallet, but she stops him. He goes, "Kind of information we're looking for, not be bought so cheap."
There's something else I want in return for all of it, and it's not just cash. I was going to tell you where it was.
And what is this?
He has the map. He pulls it out. It's a map, and there's multiple maps. He flips it, pulls it to the one he's looking for, and it's a map of Aleppo, and it says St. Louis Hospital.
Okay.
Okay. Dollars.
Takes the 50. He counts it. He goes, "I love American money."
Now, you said you had further information that might cost us more. What is it that you want for this information?
There's something I want that's there, and if you can bring it to me, I'll give you something better. I'll give you something greater.
What is it you want?
I want any remains that you find. Any remains that you find.
Like that.
He's a necromancer, fair enough, I guess. We will consider this.
He smiles, and the only teeth he has are fangs. All his other teeth are just rotten and just destroyed, and all he has are fangs.
Wow.
But he's missing his front teeth, though. Did he talk with a lisp?
No, he did not. He did speak with an accent, though, that I did not feel comfortable portraying.
Fair enough. All right. Okay, well, sounds to me like all signs point to St. Louis Hospital, so we're gonna casually make our way back towards the exit.
Yep.
Aces pass.
We go through keeping an eye on seeing who is keeping an eye on these two.
That's a good point. Yeah. Do we notice that we're being followed at all?
Exactly.
I'm sure we stick out a bit, even if we're trying to hide ourselves.
You'd be surprised. You don't necessarily stick out. There are plenty of Europeans here, European-looking kindred.
Okay.
It is. So you don't notice anyone particularly paying attention to you.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
All right, we're
feeling
gonna.
good. I
follow
say we
them
make
up.
our way back to the truck.
All right, from that point, we're gonna take our 10 minutes here. All right, everybody, we will be back in 10 minutes. I want everyone to go take a self-care break, stretch your legs, get a drink, go to the bathroom, do what you need to do. We will be back. Thank you guys for being here, and we'll be back very shortly. Thank you. All right, everybody, we are back. Thank you for waiting for us as we took our self-care break, took care of ourselves. I got myself a drink, which I desperately need.
Hydrate.
Hydrate. Hydrate or die, said privates. Okay. So we were on our way, leaving the Red Market, on our way to our next location for the evening, to St. Louis's hospital. As you arrive, who's behind the wheel? Salvatore, this time you do come up against a checkpoint. Do you want to go through the checkpoint, or are you going to try to circumnavigate the checkpoint?
Let's see if we can circumnavigate it.
All right, give me a drive plus dexterity check.
I'm not behind the wheel. I'm so glad I'm not. What are you talking about?
No.
That's close.
You were doing
Wolf
really
would
well with the
probably
critical
be a
successes
terrifying
tonight.
driver.
Very well critical successes tonight, Jeff.
Nice.
As you manage to find an alleyway that you can turn down, that turns out into another one, and you're able to circumnavigate all the checkpoints along the way. Finally pulling up to where on the map, and the map you have, indicates where St. Louis Hospital should be. You're several miles away from the kilometer. Tucked between crumbling masks and a shattered irrigation field lies a patch of uneven earth, known by those in the know as the Whispering Field. The hospital next to it, shattered by the war. Once a refugee cemetery, now a Sabbat mass dumping ground, the site cackles with oblivion residue. The soil is dark, not from moisture but dried blood. And bones protrude from the earth like grasping fingers, as if the dead were clawing upward in desperation. Dead olive trees surround the field in a broken circle. Their bark is split and blackened, their branches devoid of life. A single burnt stone shrine rests in the center of the clearing, faced with glyphs and graffiti. As you approach this mass grave, park the vehicle, get out. What is it you do? How do you react to what you see? How does it make your characters feel?
Easy for certain.
Yeah.
This is a place where death has happened. It's obvious.
Saturated.
Yeah, Ulfhild's no stranger to battlefields and death and all that, but she's definitely can feel something a little bit different here. There's an energy here. Feels like that creepy witchcraft shit that she doesn't like.
Be vigilant. We're being watched, I'm certain. We need to check out that stone.
With my sense the beast. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm just wondering with my sense the beast if am I sensing hostility?
You're not
in this
sensing.
area?
You're not sensing hostility in the air. But I do need to see. Does that mean you can sense other kindred?
Just so I feel, I don't know if it implies that I can feel other kindred. It may just be like, you said there was a lot of, the word, like oblivion here.
Oh yeah,
like,
you have to be able to see who you're trying to sense, and you don't see anybody, so you
Gotcha.
can't sense anything off them. All right, I thought that was the case.
I'm going to walk the perimeter, kind of spiral my way in.
As you begin spiraling your way in, you may have missed it before. You're not sure, but something rises from the dirt, as if it was something that was kneeling. It kind of blended in with the night. It's a figure, a robed figure, spindly, thin, in a dark red robe. It turns and the hood falls away, and you see an androgynous-looking face to stare at you with milky white eyes.
Hello there.
His dreadlocks, her dreadlocks are wrapped in crimson silk. He reaches out a hand with black painted nails and points at you. Turns her hand and beckons for you to come closer.
Come closer.
How about you, Ryan? What do you do?
Maybe a half step forward, and that's about it. But his hand is on the.
I'll stay within reach of Salvatore.
Yeah.
But I want to be.
Staying back.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello there.
As you get closer, you notice she smiles briefly and then stops. And as you get too close, she puts a hand up, as if to stop you from coming too much closer.
I'll stop.
She takes her other hand, and she turns and she points toward the altar you were already going toward.
Mm-hmm.
She points toward that, and she says, "What you seek is over there, but it's hungry. I didn't feel."
Thank you. And get up. How are things? Did you get all of that?
She leans back down, and she's got some prayer beads made of bone and broken quartz, and she just begins praying over the earth. You do sense a beast on her, Ulfil. This is a kindred. Now that you see her, she is not hostile towards you. She has no hostile intent.
Okay, that's reassuring.
Is it?
I mean, I
All right.
don't know what these weird Lasombras do for their magics. Like, I'm not here to judge. I'm here to get information.
All right. Well, let's go.
All right, follow Salvatore up to the altar, I guess.
The single birch stone shrine rests in the center of the clearing. As I said before, it's been defaced by glyphs and graffiti, and filled with melted candle wax, rusted nails, and dried organs of ritual sacrifices. At the heart of this pit, she kind of buried upside down you see the back of a head buried into a pit in the middle of the shrine.
Do those glyphs mean anything? An occult?
You want to make an occult test? Go ahead.
Wits?
What's plus occult?
Yeah. That's
Dante's busy. He's learning secrets without us.
It looks like Enochian gibberish to you. If you could even recognize Enochian, it looks like gibberish, runes and symbols that don't seem to make any sense to you.
Do we have the means of taking a rubbing of this?
Give me
Ryan, do you have your phone? Yeah.
Or that.
All right, yeah.
The head begins to move.
Prepare yourself.
It's buried face down. And it begins shaking. The head begins to shake a little bit, as if it's detached. It's not attached to anything. And the back of the head just begins to shake.
How far down is it?
You'd have to dig it out a little bit.
But I mean, is it 6 feet down or is it?
No, it's not
Can you
6
reach
feet
down?
down. You can reach right over to it and dig it out.
What's the camera at the back?
No.
That's not-
No. Vampire's Pictures is not distorted. I think you might be thinking of Requiem.
Be prepared. So he kind of gets down on a knee and he reaches down to grab the back of the skull and pick it up.
As you pick it up, it hits a mummified head. And you turn and you look at it, and its mouth is opening and closing. Opening and closing. Hey, it says. In approximate English. Feed me.
So Ulfhild's gonna take that nifty knife that she stole earlier. Gonna cut her hand a bit. Squeeze some blood into this thing's mouth.
Make a rouse check. All right, you make a rouse check. Yes, you are hungrier now. As it
That's okay.
The blood pours from your wrist and begins dripping onto its parched lips. At first, the lips begin moving, and you see the blood pooling in the corners of the mouth as it slowly makes its way into the lips, past the lips, and as a tongue sloppily rolls out and lolls up the blood. And then suddenly, in a creaking voice, the sun weeps blood and walks the earth again. One of you carries its kiss beneath your tongue.
You're going to need to say that again.
The sun weeps blood and walks the earth again. One of you carries its kiss beneath your tongue.
It's kiss. What does this mean?
Janice lives. Janice leads. Janice waits beneath the city. Arkwin drinks only from the willing, and he walks among kings to offer them crowns. As you're holding it, it continues to speak, almost ambivalent to the fact that you're there. Just continues to intone. Sahar fears no death.
Please, Ryan needs to be recording this on a video on his phone. Please tell me that's happening. Okay, good. Yeah, we need a full video of every word this thing's saying.
Sahar fears no death because she's already died. The Citadel is a fortress. It cannot fall. It cannot burn. There's a lot. If you guys have anything you want to ask it has a lot to say. So I could be here for a few minutes. If there's any roleplay you want to do, I can hold off on it.
I will interject if I have something to say. I think my only request now is I am writing down every word. So if you wouldn't mind just posting this in the Discord later, I can pay more attention to you. And
You got it.
Write down every word.
All right.
Fantastic.
Victor Lestrade is hunted not by the Sabbat, but by those who remember Carthage. There is a traitor in your blood, a snake coiled behind your ears.
Who?
Doesn't answer you.
Who is the traitor in our midst?
The relic you seek is a key. The door it opens is not made of stone.
Where is this key?
When the moon turns black, the hollow ones will rise again. They will wear your names. You are not chosen. You are not special. You are just a knife. In a guttural language, phrases and words you don't understand. She watches you now, with your blood on her hands. The blood is thick, but the lie is thicker. With that, the head crumbles into dust in Salvatore's.
Glad we got that on video.
Let's not read too much into this yet.
So,
And nothing it said bodes well for us.
Let's see if we can find anything more here. We still need to find a corpse. Or two.
Yeah. I feel like we should maybe if we take something back to that vendor, he might be able to provide us with some more information. And then obviously we need to take back. I don't even know what Lestrade wants here. He just said for us to check it out. Here we are. I guess bring him a corpse that we can take a look at. I don't know.
Yeah. Let our necromancer do their witchery.
You're heading back to the red market, I take it, is what you're doing.
We gotta eat a couple corpses.
All right, so, okay. Ew, gross. Corpse hunting. All right, I'm not gonna make
no grave digging.
I'm not gonna make you roll, but if you take shovels from the back of this truck that are conveniently back there, because it's a farm truck, and you begin digging, it is a grim task. It does not take you long to find bodies, body parts, parts of bodies, various forms of decay, various just states of unpleasantness, misery. You are definitely disturbing the dead.
We've done enough for one night. Let's take this back and see.
All right, so do we want to do red market first?
Well, while you were digging, you drew the attention of the woman in the red, and she sort of circles around you, just slowly, non-threateningly. Why do you disturb the dead?
We need to speak with some.
Speak to the dead, and you disturbing them like this? Where are you bringing these bodies? She doesn't seem alarmed. She seems more curious than anything.
To a necromancer.
A necromancer. Speak to the body. Oh. She chuckles. I understand. What if I told you there was something that you could perhaps... I saw the head. I heard what it said. You speak Janus?
I believe we do.
Possibly.
Janus is everywhere. Janus sees everything. It's true.
Is he this sun that walks the earth then?
Sun that walks the earth. Sun weeps blood and walks the earth again. One of you carries his kiss beneath your tongue. That's what the head said. That's what I heard. I don't exactly know what that means, but unknowingly, someone is bloodbound or tainted to something. No.
Mm-hmm. We know that we've got a spy in our midst, and somebody is likely bloodbound to them.
She looks at you with her milky eyes. You wish to know if one of you is bloodbound.
Yes.
Come with me. She leads you towards your truck. She jumps in the back of it.
We have to make a stop at the Red Market. Do you want to go?
Don't worry about that. You're paying your debt to the Red Market.
I guess I'll go hop in the back of the truck with her. It seems like she's taken us somewhere. I'm still not sensing any hostility, right? So
No hostility from her, no.
all right, yeah. I'll climb into the back of the truck with her.
Well, let's go back to the Citadel then.
No, not to the Citadel.
Oh.
Take me to my apartment. There's something I'll show you.
No. Lead the way. Point us the direction.
It points you in a direction. It's a couple kilometers away, not in the opposite direction of the Citadel, into a more residential area that's less bombed out. It still seems to have some life into it. Life seems to be normal in this port of town, as much as normal can be in a war-torn Aleppo.
Mm-hmm.
But things seem more structured here. Sorry about that. I'm answering a message. I do apologize. It was an important one. As you're driving through, he brings you to her apartment. As you pull up the vehicle, she looks around. It's late. She makes sure no one's watching, and it leads to a basement level apartment. She opens the door and leads you down into it. You notice that the windows are cardboarded up. She leads you into her dwelling to a table. She pulls I apologize. I'm not used to having so many guests, and she rounds up chairs around her haven and puts them around the table, and she sits at the table herself. She reaches behind her into her drawer, and she pulls out a deck of cards. And she begins shuffling them. They're very large cards. The dead speak in riddles. The cards speak in shadows, but they do speak. She shuffles them once and lets the wind take the cards. 3 land face up in the dirt on the table. Each card is used to guide you toward the okay. The card 1, the tower. The fall has already come. You're not walking into war, you're walking into bones. Look what used to shelter children. A place where safety became a grave. I repeat. Look at what used to shelter children. A place where safety became a grave. Drops another card. A faceless figure suspended upside down with barbed wire. Blood drips upward. A hanged man. They were made to kneel, cut, reshaped, hung on hooks of belief. Below the chapel lies the altar. No God answers prayers there. Drops the third card. Black wolf and a white moon howling at the eclipsed moon. Figure walks the path between them, blindfolded. You'll doubt your eyes. Truth will come in pain. Keep walking. Don't trust what stands still. Don't trust silence that doesn't tremble. What you seek is at an orphanage. I know the orphanage. The cards speak. They speak the truth, but they speak in shadows. But I understand them. I would like any of you to make a Wits plus occult roll to see if she's talking shit or if she's being truthful with you. Or manipulate Wits plus subterfuge if you want.
I have 3 for the occult roll, and I would have 2 for the subterfuge. So I'll give it a shot. I mean, why not try?
Yeah, Wits plus subterfuge or Wits plus occult. What did you roll, Jeff?
5.
Yep, Jeff got 4.
I got total 4.
All right.
Oh, Bishop got critical success.
Critical success. Exactly. Yes, you got a critical. All right, so she does not. She believes exactly what she is telling you is true. If you made an occult roll, did any of you make an occult roll?
Yeah.
Jeff, you made an occult roll. When she put down the cards, she is not kidding. She shuffled them. She did it with precision. She did it the way that it was meant to be done. And anything you've read indicates that she's not messing with you.
Yeah.
She has just read your cards. The best that I can interpret as a storyteller from the 25 minutes of research I did on tarot card reading.
I gotta say, I love this so much because the pocket character that I have is either a Lysambra or a Ravnos tarot reader. I haven't decided which yet. It's like, this is what I wanted. Yes.
What is your name?
Anita Corlery.
Anita,
yes.
Okay.
And you are?
Thank you, Anita.
Appreciate your assistance.
Salvatore, Ulfield, and Brian.
You are questioning why I'm helping you.
Of course.
When I heard the name Janice. That is a loaded question. How can one be a fan of a dead man? Janice has been dead for centuries.
Then why do our people seem to be at war with him?
I did not know. You're going to have to ask your people. Perhaps the mysteries of the jihad move peculiarly. Janice has been resurrected, but I know for a fact that I saw Janice die.
You witnessed his death.
We all did. Any of us did. You're in Aleppo.
Universe, thousands last 100 years, or it's just like thousands of centuries.
10 centuries. Aleppo is thousands of years old. The city.
Okay, I thought so.
Yes.
Yeah, she said he died centuries ago. So okay. Mhm. Can you point us in the direction of this
Orphanage.
The orphanage? Thank you.
I can bring you. I will show you.
Thank you.
Would appreciate your assistance.
Allow me to grab something.
Anita, what can be done to help these people here? Part of what's going on is just the world. Part of it is manipulated to make it like this.
What can help these people? These people are in no different situation than they've been in 300 years. Constant state of warfare here. We get 50 years of peace, 20 years of war. Been like this as long as I can remember. What could really help? End all men. That's not going to happen. Man kills man. Man has killed man since Cain killed Abel. I don't think there's anything that can be done about it. Perhaps if all the Methuselahs are destroyed and all the kindred are destroyed and there's nothing left to manipulate the dark, maybe man will be given to his better judgment, but I don't see that being possible.
I can't see it.
She turns and she goes and she walks off into another room, leaving you three to role play for a few moments while I take a drink. I need to give you more room to breathe anyway. I apologize. My pace is too. I'm pushing you along. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. I feel like it's been good pacing tonight. We're doing good. Yeah. She just kind of looks at Ryan, looks at Salvatore, goes, I don't see any reason not to trust her.
I don't trust anyone.
I'm not sure what we expect to find at this orphanage.
This is going.
Mm.
I'm just following the breadcrumbs the ST gives me, man.
You've seen what kindred are like in cities, Brian. You've seen a microcosm. Imagine beings far, far older, with far more experience and power. Nothing to check them, and they're hungry. They can't feed off mortals anymore. They feed off kindred, and even kindred won't slake their thirst for long. What do you think beings like that are like? And if they come back, either they will be monstrous or they'll be captured by wild packs of Sabbat who will just use that blood to become stronger themselves. And even then, all I know is that if the Sabbat wins, humanity loses, and eventually any chance at saving what little humanity there is in us dies. Just imagine blood gods with an unquenchable thirst and humanity as cattle. Vampires in the open, people grown to be nothing but livestock.
I do not disagree that the Sabbat needs to be removed. However, I worry about what will happen with Tarkin in power.
Well, the other side of that coin is tyrannical control.
As a businessman.
It's the lesser of two evils.
From a distance, as you've been driving, charged spire of a chapel pierces the broken skyline like a black. The main building, once a grand two-story structure, is now half collapsed. The facade is cracked like a broken mask. One stained glass window shattered. The Virgin Mary's face. Fire scars streak the southern wing where the mortar fire long ago gutted the dormitory. The walls are covered in soot and ash. Same glyphs you saw before on the altar. Once was a playground, now houses bent, rusting squeal in the wind. The air here is still, and the grass is dead. Perfect circle. Rusted fence posts form a half ring strung with barbed wire and bone. Scraps of children's clothing flutter like forgotten flags. Stuffed bear sits on the step. Gold covered. Eyeless. Anita looks to you and says, "This is it. St. Neras."
What was the name again?
St. Nera. Neira.
Salvatore would cross himself and just.
So many children here. All left. All refugee. All gone. Gone before the war. But still, the horrors that been. This was a refugee camp. Was. Ordered. Then, for some time, it was held by the Sabbat. They came in. There were no more refugees when they left. See the results of that.
Salvatore is just kind of like, ugh. He kind of nods, says, "What are we looking for here?"
We're looking for a plate. You'll know it when we're offering.
Let's look.
Picks her way through around through the burnt out playground. Wings blowing slightly in the wind by themselves. The rusted slide cracked, never to be slid down again. As she walks back through the back door into the orphanage, the building. As you walk in on the main floor, inside the main hall is a tomb of silence. Old children's murals, sunshine, flowers, saints have faded into gray ghosts of it. Their outlines have been defaced with blood symbols, spot chants, and inverted crosses. A mummified corpse hangs upside down above the entrance to the chapel, tongue removed and throat stitched shut. Name tag still reads Brother Yusuf. The collapsed wooden staircase leads to a burnt upper dorms. The ruined playroom still holds toys, melted crayons, and scorched chalkboard with the words, "God has no ear." Soot-covered beds are still made. No sheets are disturbed. What was that? What was that, Ryan?
Good Lord.
As Anita picks through, she steps and she sits and she steps. She steps and she sits on one of the beds for a second, placing a hand down on it. And she just stops and she begins humming for a moment. And all the children. This was a refugee camp. Many bad things happened to her. Stops and she pauses, smiles faintly for a second, and it disappears. Everyone feels just a sense of just that depression almost coming across you as the weight of what this place was touches your soul. Does anyone have any auspecs?
No.
No. Who has the humanity of 6+?
6.
I want everyone to make a composure plus resolve check. Difficulty 3 to avoid gaining a stain from just being in this inhumane place.
Composure resolve.
Composure resolve, yes.
We need how many?
3 successes.
I've got 6. Can I take?
Yes, you may take half.
Okay.
I'm good.
I spend a little.
You may spend a willpower, Ryan.
Yeah, you already took one stain.
You already
tonight,
got a
didn't you?
stain.
Yeah.
I was about to say I don't want to get double jeopardy.
Okay, you're good. You got it.
That's the
As she walks past this dormitory, she walks into a next area that has stairs that are leading downstairs. And she follows down the stairs into a, looks like, classroom area where children's drawings are still visible on soot-streaked walls. Pictures of saints and monsters, their clothes long since faded, and the floorboards creak, but there is no wind. As you walk through, the rooms have been shattered. Everything inside of them has been. But the children's paintings are still on the wall, untouched. Except they are joined by other, more monstrous drawings. Some near pornographic in detail. Just line the walls, just filth. Absolute demonic filth.
So Ulfhild's mind is kind of cutting back to the things that the head was saying.
Okay.
About, being wary of Silent Place. And it's starting to make the hair on the back of her neck stand up a little bit. So she's got her hand on her belt at her axe, ready.
Salvatore is looking at the pictures that the kids drew. What are they of?
Mostly it's of the brothers and sisters of the orphanage. It's of them, things they do. Some of them are a little darker. Some of them are of soldiers. Some of them are bombings, things like that. Just things they've seen. It's some of it's some dark stuff, and then you get into
Are there any that are not dark stuff?
Yes, there's plenty that are not dark stuff.
I'd like to looking at those and kind of like take one of those with me. Just kind of just look at it and.
Okay. Catches on fire. No, I'm just kidding.
Immediately die. Yeah.
Fair enough. He leads you down to down another hallway, down to another set of stairs that goes up and down. These stairs lead down into a basement. Double doors, and the double doors are locked. Yes, there's chains locking the doors.
Does she need a hand?
She doesn't approach them. She's like, she doesn't look like she can open them.
Okay. I kind of point at the door and I go, do we need in here?
Well,
I believe so.
Can I just kick the door in?
It's chained shut.
Can I break the chain with my axe?
You may attempt to, and I'm pretty sure you'll do fine, just fine.
Okay. Strength plus
Melee?
melee. And then I get an extra for using my axe, correct?
You get a +1 for using your axe, yeah. Yes, that is more than enough.
I broke the chain.
You break the chain, but what's more important is you do it in one shot as opposed to having to bang on it multiple times.
Exactly.
You smash into the chain, breaking it close to the lock, but not on the lock. Smashing one of the links off, and the chain slides and falls to the ground, making a little bit of noise, but not too much. All right, what do you do now?
I guess I slowly open the door and kind of, all right, after you.
All right, you have to push them in.
All right, push the door in.
It pushes into a dark gymnasium. Anita.
Anita?
Anita. She's waiting for you to go first.
I don't like the sound of that. All right.
See, if she's making no motion to go in whatsoever.
All right. Salvatore will go in.
I'll follow Salvatore, I suppose. I'm
It's
on my
completely dark in there.
That's Eyes the Beast.
All right,
I see anything.
your eyes light up. As a matter of fact, you see. You're not exactly sure what you see. You see beings, human beings, that seem to have been stitched together in various forms. You see the combination of 3 different people, flesh crafted to each other.
Are we about to fight a human centipede?
Not quite a human centipede, no.
Okay.
It's a human triptych. It's as if there's 3 humans back to back, flesh melded together into one being with 6 arms and 6 legs. The heads the necks are all extended, gangly, almost sauropod-like, as they Yes, Ryan, yes. It is icky. As they seem
back
to
Anita.
Yep.
Is like, is this your doing?
You don't see the Salvatore. You don't have Eyes of the Beast, do you?
No, I got my camera light on. My crackberry light.
She shakes her head no. She's got her hand up to her mouth like this. There's 3 of these.
Yeah.
There's at least 3 of them. And you hear from way back in the auditorium, we're already dead. What can you take from a hollow which has not already been emptied?
A plate.
This relic is not a key. It is a memory of a world undone. But you don't know what you serve.
Tell us what we serve.
Your prince is blind. Your prophet is mad. Your future is already buried beneath this chapel. Give me a charisma plus intelligence roll. A charisma plus persuasion roll. Who wants to make that?
I am not the person to make that. That's for sure.
Well, then make a speech.
Same.
Talk to this thing if you want to try to negotiate with it. Well, he just told you your prince is blind, your prophet is mad, your future is already buried beneath this chapel.
I was going to say, they're talking about something buried beneath the chapel, so I'm curious about that, and we're looking for some sort of plate, so...
All right, make your charisma plus persuasion check. All right, you see, Ufield, you can see all the way at the end of the gym. Give me a wits plus awareness check, because you're the only one who can really see that far, because you have Eyes of the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
Not fantastic. I will do what I can.
Oh. Ufield. Messy critical.
I can re-roll my 2 black, though,
You can
right?
re-roll your 2 black, yes.
I will do that.
All right, you turned a messy critical into a regular critical, and into a good way. All right, at the end of the gym, you see what you're looking for. You see a plate, an offering plate, sitting on a chair, guarded by these three things. Three of them as they kind of lumber around very slowly. Slowly at first, but they seem that they could move with quickness if need be. With 6 legs, who knows how fast they could go.
So I'm gonna kind of nudge Ryan a little bit, and I'm gonna point. I'm gonna be like, the plate is there.
Then come, little knives. Not the first time you've been called knives tonight. Then come, little knives. Come and see what the dark has shaped in its womb.
How far away is the plate?
The plate is all the way across the gym. It's one basketball court away from you. I'll measure anything except in metric units.
It's dark.
Yeah, no worries.
Here.
I'm just trying to figure out if I can get there in 1 soaring leap or 2.
It would take 2 soaring leaps.
Okay. Possibility. I'm not moving yet.
Because it's half court for each jump. All right, so Ryan, what are you doing? The beasts are moving actually now very quickly in your direction. And yours, yes. They are charging the 3 of you.
Oh, Jesus.
Lights out. In a pocket. Click, click, shakety, shakety. Throw down a couple chem lights.
All right, yeah, I guess I'm pulling my axe. I was hoping we'd be able to negotiate something with these guys, but it seems like not.
And I'm going dark.
All right. Okay.
Stay close to Ryan, let them come to us.
They're going to let them. That's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to come charging at you. Salvatore, they don't see you unless you do something active. What are you going to do?
I'm going to try and move between them and get to where the plate is.
You're going to try to get to the plate?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We need to make? I need to make a roll. I need you to make your wits plus dexterity roll versus their awareness. Their awareness check.
Okay.
Not theirs, but the person who's watching you.
Wits, dexterity?
No, dexterity plus stealth.
Oh, okay, good. So that's 8. This is my good thing. I'm going to use
the willpower now.
Yes, you should.
So 3. Is that correct?
That's 3.
Yeah,
You have 3.
3
Yep,
left.
you can roll 3. Yep.
I got
All right.
one more.
So 4. You tie.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as you're moving between them, you don't make too much progress. As you can't squeeze between them, as you come around them, you notice that the person at the end, the voice you heard before, and your chem lights, it's tracking you.
Okay.
He's kind of following, eyes wandering.
He's looking. He's kind of like he knows I'm over here somewhere.
And it's a creepy little fella, short, probably only about 5 foot tall, spindly, long fingers, long knobby legs, short torso, long spindly arms. But like I said, just a very short torso, only roughly 5 feet tall. Might not even be kindred. You're not entirely sure. But for somehow it's tracking you.
Okay.
All right, Ufil, the first of these monstrosities, these human triptychs, on its 6 legs, scurries in your direction, full force. The arms actually distend off its body and extend towards you, like with flesh like spaghetti as it comes right at you. 2 hands, and it slams into your chest, or attempts to. What are you doing? Are you trying to chop it? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna chop it.
You're gonna chop it. You're gonna spin around it and lay into it.
That's the plan.
All right. Okay. So it will be rolling its strength. It does not have hunger. It's strength 4 and it's brawl 3. All right, and you're going to roll your strength plus melee. Oh, you already got it?
Got it.
Oh, look at that. You got a critical success.
Ooh, nice.
All right, so I did 1, 2, 3. You did 4 successes. All right,
I actually didn't roll the extra for my axe, but that's okay.
All right, 4 successes as you. I know that's why she got a crit. Exactly, that's why she still got 4 successes. As she spins around from the extended flesh monstrosity of arms that come in your general direction, you spin around it and underneath them, and you bring your axe down on one of the appendages, cleaving it clean off the body. As it falls to the ground, it begins shrinking. All right, Ryan, one of them comes running towards you. What are you doing? You have distance. You have a weapon.
I was gonna say, as soon as it starts scurrying, fire and kind of.
All right.
It's not melee.
All right. It's going to take a -2 to move as quickly as it possibly can to try to wrap you up in all of its arms while you're firing at it. All right. So you take your composure plus firearms versus.
You get a bonus if you empty the mag. You get a bonus.
You get a bonus.
Which you will.
All right.
Absolutely will. Out of sheer panic.
That's a +2 bonus.
You've got extra mags, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's 4 successes. You can re-roll 2 of those dice.
I'll do that.
All right.
Oh well. The attempt was made.
All right. You empty your mag into it, and brat, completely just firing everything into it until click, 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 and it's still charging you, but you have managed to pump lead into it, and you've stepped backwards a couple feet. While you're doing that, another one slams into you from the side.
Oh shit.
You may attempt to dexterity plus athletics to dodge it, -1, because you've already taken an action.
So you want one die?
I want you to roll. Wow! I want you to roll 1 die.
You want me to roll one die?
That's correct. You got a success at least.
Success. I have a single die.
All right. As 4 arms grab you and 2 legs wrap around you, you're pulled into this creature, and you begin to feel the flesh kind of giving way as you start to feel yourself begin to be absorbed into it. Good. You should hate everything about this. And you take 3 superficial. No, I'm sorry. You took 1, so you take 3. I did cut that in half. You take 2 superficial damage as you begin to get absorbed into this body, and you've just emptied your weapon. All right, Salvatore.
There's only one.
Salvatore.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, I'm asking what you're doing because you get to go first because you are still technically under obfuscate, even though you are being tracked.
I'm making my way to the plate to do a cut and run. Grab the plate and boop, I'm visible and like dash to do the leap to the soaring leap back to Back to help Ryan.
All right, you need to make. All right, as you attempt to do that, the spindly little thing before you flails its arms out, and spectral obsidian chains manifest as if they come from the abyss itself, and attempt to wrap them around your waist. All right, so you need to make a dexterity plus athletics check versus his strength plus athletics.
Dexterity, athletics. 6. Can I get any bonuses for Cat's Grace?
Cat's Grace you would not suffer any penalties. You're not suffering any penalties.
Okay.
Yep.
And utilizing willpower.
Yep. Yes, please, because he got a critical. All right, you got a total of 5 successes. He got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you are wrapped up in chains. And as you grab the plate, you begin your soaring leap. You are yanked back to the ground hard, taking 1 superficial damage as you crash into the ground, and you are wrapped up in these chains. Ufild, you have just cut the arms off one of these things that's charging you. What are you doing now? As its body twists to give you new targets, a fresh new forearms, as the other arms begin creeping toward it. The arms on the ground, hands first, are creeping toward the mass of flesh before you.
Lovely. All right. I'm assuming that taking these things out isn't going to do us a whole hell of a lot of good. And Ulfeld's kind of realizing that as she's watching it try and like reform itself. Can I see Salvatore being wrapped up in chains from where I'm standing?
Yes, you can.
Am I close enough to throw my axe at that motherfucker?
No, you're not. Probably not. It's all the way across the basketball court.
What if I soaring leap my way over there and then try and attack that motherfucker?
You can attempt to attack him if you want. You will take a -2 because of the soaring leap, because it'll be a minor action to make the movement you want to make.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna jump over there and I'm just gonna come at him with my axe. I'm more focused on the guy controlling these things because I feel like we're not gonna make any progress if we just try and keep guys up.
This will be a dexterity plus melee check.
Dexterity plus melee.
Versus
7 plus a bonus for my axe. But you said am I suffering a penalty?
-2 penalty, yep.
All right.
Oh, you got the crit. All right, as you jump through the air, slam down on him with your axe, slamming it deep into his shoulder as he howls in pain. He looks at you and he pulls the axe out, and his wound heals. I gotta make a rouse check for that.
Okay.
And he's even hungrier. All right, Ryan. You are grappled and being absorbed into this beast. You're muted too, by the way.
My bad. Well, any way to get out of it?
Literally, you're gonna have to crawl your way out of here. Someone's gonna have to chop you out, maybe.
Oh. Yeah. Is there any way to do that? To just kind of make.
You can attempt, absolutely. Give me your dexterity, your strength plus brawl check versus its strength plus brawl.
I guess.
That's cold.
Yeah, never mind. Just go for it.
Does it mean put enough light through it to just
No, you can. I'll give you strength plus firearms.
Okay.
-2 because you're -2 because you're reloading. All right, 2 successes. Don't spend any more. Yeah, you can anyway. All right. Well, so you still managed to get pummeled more. Did you? Did you empty the whole mag? No, not trying to get out. Okay, so maybe if you emptied the whole mag, you would have gotten out. But you get beat down and you take another superficial damage as you're absorbed even further into this thing. As the arms are just pounding into you, the legs are kicking you. It's just absorbing you in. You begin to feel a warmth to your flesh.
Stop that. Stop that. Stop that.
Is it moist?
Yes, Ufield. All right, Ufield has jumped over there. All right. So essentially, the other two that are charge you. They charge Ufield, but they can't get there because it takes their entire turn to run that far because you did a soaring leap.
Okay.
All right, Jeff, you are currently trapped by this chain.
Can I hand off the plate to Oldfield?
No, you cannot because she is embedded in. She is just chopped into that guy. She's not in your direction. You're gonna have to, and your arms are kind of. You're holding the plate, but to your chest as you're kind of wrapped up like this.
What?
All right. All right.
It's essentially you're just going to be making a grapple check to get out of it, to attempt to get out of it.
I was gonna try it. Okay. 2, 5, 6.
So your strength plus brawl versus this strength plus. That's 4 successes. That's pretty good. All right, you break free from the chains, and you take the turn getting to your feet. All right.
It doesn't cost me anything to go to my feet with my.
Well, it took you the turn to break through out of the chains, and to get to your feet. The whole action is break your chains, get to your feet, so you can move next turn. All right. Ufield.
I got a plate in one hand and I've got an MP5 in the other. I'm ready to run.
Ufield, what are you doing?
Did I manage to knock this guy to the floor, or is he still standing?
He's still standing.
All right, I guess I'm swinging my axe on him again, and I really want to take this guy's head off.
All right, so you take a -2. You need to get 10 successes to dismember him.
I don't think I can get that many. I'm just gonna have to take one good swing and try and hit him really well in the neck or the head.
Hold on, let me see. Beheading. There's specific rules. I think it's 10. Might be wrong. Or 10 might be
10 dice to roll. I have 9 dice to roll if I'm not taking a penalty, but if I'm taking a penalty, I only have 7.
Capitation. -2 penalty. And it causes 10 or more health damage for either type before halving. In this case of superficial damage. So you got to do a lot of damage. It's a called shot with a -2 penalty.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm gonna try and inflict as much damage as I can. I guess.
Exactly. And you can spend willpower if you really want to.
All right, but I'm taking a -2 for calling the shot.
Yes, -2 for calling the shot.
Okay, strength plus melee plus the axe.
All right, so he,
All right, I'm gonna reroll.
all right. All right, you turned it into a crit at least. You did turn it into a crit. All right, and he is attempting to grapple Salvatore, so he has to attempt to dodge you. So, 1, 2, 3. No, he does not dodge you. As you manage to get 4, you got 5 successes. He got 3, so you take 2. As you slam your axe into him again, you do another superficial damage to him. It's half to 1. As the axe slams into his arm again, he just sort of winces and grins at you. And as he tried to dodge, he shoots his hand out again, trying to get around you. He's going to take a -2 to try to manipulate around you to try to get Salvatore in the grasp of the shadows again. Salvatore, what are you doing? Are you trying to dodge?
Yeah, I'm trying to dodge out of it.
All right, Dex plus Athletics. Get a critical success.
And I'm going to try and get more with a 3.
You got enough. You got enough already. You got enough as you dodge out of the way and you begin running toward the exit. Ryan, you are being sucked in. You have a mag still in your thing. Are you going to shoot? You're going to empty the mag from the. All right, because if you get pulled in this turn, I don't know what happens to your character. I'm just kidding. You don't die. And so you've only taken 2 damage, but it's gross.
It's very gross.
Ryan dies by being grossed out too much.
That's amazing.
Did you add +2? Your last willpower? Add 2 more dice because you were going all out with it. You were emptying the mag. All right, so you got 2 successes. All right.
What happens when you spend your last willpower?
You have a -2 to everything because you're impaired.
Yeah, that's your last.
That's
one,
your last
dude.
one.
You could frenzy. Surrender to the beast. Surrender. Surrender to the beast.
You lose control. You lose control and you try to escape. But you might,
Which is pretty much
what you're doing now, but the beast takes over and you might get a little help from the beast.
It's okay. It's just humanity that you'd lose, right?
Yes.
that's it. At least I have.
All right, well, I got to roll, see how many I got. All right.
Jesus.
1, 2, 3. As the fist beats you back even further into this beast, you were completely encased inside of it. Someone's going to need to cut you out. Or you're going to need to frenzy and probably work your way out.
Just for an answer. That's it.
I mean, I don't know for sure. I'm hoping I can take this guy out and maybe they'll all stop. I don't know. I don't know how this crazy black magic works.
I thought the idea was to run away. That seems to be the best. But now that Ryan is completely encased in a vase, I don't know what to do. All right, so top of the round. Ufield. What are you going to do?
All right. How close is Salvatore to the door?
That was round 3, so it's over anyway. 3 and out. Ryan, as you enter frenzy. Ryan enters frenzy inside the belly of this beast and just begins hacking and biting and clawing and pulling his way out. And eventually the flesh gives way. Not in a way that's harmful to the creature, but more in a way where you create a sphincter, so to speak, to kind of pull yourself out.
I'm birthing myself.
I'm picturing that scene from Ace Ventura.
And the beast just the beast just gives birth to itself out of this fleshly womb that it's found itself stuck in. And it rips through. And Ryan pulls through. And you notice the beast is in full effect on him. Salvatore, you run. You dodge between two of these things as they attempt to grab you. Uthild, you swing and you're engaged in a melee with this thing, but you're beaten back. Eventually, you hear Anita saying, "Run! Run! This way, run!" And as you run, she slams the door behind you, and you notice she's actually putting the chains back together. She's unlocked the lock somehow, and is rechaining the door shut. Somehow, as if she had a key.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna get the hell out of there. Grab Ryan, pull him out. I'll kind of restrain Ryan because I know I'm a lot stronger than he is. Make sure he doesn't do anything crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I shouldn't have any problem keeping him in line for now.
No, Ryan's beast in his current state is it's almost pitiful. He's covered in the goo, though, just a moist, chunky slime that just coats his skin, gets in his pores. It's kind of caked in the corners of his mouth as he bit his way through. You all right, Ryan? You all right there, Bishop?
And it's not like it was fresh. This is
Not
all
only-
like nasty necrotic.
Not only does Ryan need to take a shower, but I think Bishop's gonna take a shower IRL after this. I know I am. I just.
Ryan, you right in the back.
Anita looks at you. Do you have the plate? Smiles. And she, good, glad, excellent. Wasn't a waste. She doesn't try to smash it, as I could. She does not take it. She finishes locking the door, and you can hear it banging on the other side. While the walls are shaking, the doors are quaking, and it's just. But it only lasts for a few moments. Then it stops and it becomes eerily quiet again.
Let's go.
Yeah, beeline it the hell out of there.
Where are you heading? Do you bring Anita back with you to the Citadel?
If she'll come with us, yes.
Do you wish to come to the Citadel?
Oh, you're still in frenzy, Ryan. They're holding on to you. Yeah!
If you wish to come to the Citadel, I will take you. If you don't, I will drop you off at your apartment.
Please drop me off at my apartment. I'm glad you were able to make something of tonight.
Can you tell us what this is? She points at the plate.
May I see it, please? She flips it over. She looks at it. Points to the handprint, the painted handprint. It's a shattered hand. Because this was used in the necromantic rituals as offerings to collect offerings for the dead. Over. How do I know this? I was the one taking the offerings. Looks to the back and she hands it back to you. This was my plate. You're more than welcome to.
Was this when you were with the Sabbat?
This is when we were all with the Sabbat. Yes.
I understand. Thank you for your assistance.
Very well. You're very welcome.
So yeah, drop her off at home and then make our way back to the Citadel.
All right, you make your way back to the Citadel, and Sahar Hassan and Victor are waiting for you. They seem to have been having a conversation as you enter the
Is there
main
like a
room.
water hose or something we can like hose Ryan off or something? Because I'd rather Ryan wet than this.
I'm sure you can find a water hose to water Ryan down. All right, so you go ahead.
Yeah. No, that was it. I was just going to go ahead and lead us on to Sahar and Lestrade.
Victor looks up. That didn't take you very long. It's been like 6 hours. But he says it politely. That didn't take you very long.
We've got 2 corpses in bags in the truck.
Corpses.
Necromantic ritual stuff.
What did you find?
She takes Ryan's phone from him because he's still kind of out of it, and she frustratingly tries to pull up the video, but she doesn't really know how this shit works. Keeps.
You know that.
Then she just hands it to the prince, and she goes, "There's video."
Salvatore, has the plate tucked into the back of his pants underneath his robes and stuff, but he's not preferring it right now.
The prince takes the phone, and he watches the video, and he watches the whole video, and he takes his time, and he watches it again. Sahar watches it. They watch it again. That's a total of 3 times that they watch it, and they pause it in the middle of the 4th. Then he deletes it. Hands the phone back to Ryan. He goes, "That was very, very, very disturbing." No, you are not frenzied in the back of the truck. You are fine now. You are fine now.
We hosed you off. You feel better now.
It happens to us all eventually.
I heard. I'm most concerned by some of the things it said.
As are we. St. Louis.
St. Louis, yeah.
Sahar, you notice Sahar reacted when it said Sahar fears no death because she already died screaming. I'd like you all to make to see if you notice what she was kind of thinking. A wits plus subterfuge check.
Oh, I've got nothing in subterfuge, yeah. I can roll 2 hunger dice.
You could.
2.
1 whole success.
Oh, shit. I rolled the wrong thing. Nah.
She keeps her cards really close to the chest, but you did see that she did react a little bit when it talked about her being dead because she's already died screaming. She just brushes it off. Lies and mistruths, all of this. You can't believe anything a Sabbat head has to say. Who believes a Sabbat head?
The best lies are half-truths.
We'll have to decide which of these are truths and which of these are lies. Turns and she walks out kind of in a huff. Looks like her pride's been wounded slightly.
Kind of watch her leave, pull into the back and pull out. And this was the key.
Victor takes it, looks at it, places it on the table. Because I don't know exactly what this is or what its provenance is, but I'll send it to the.
From what we understand, it was an offering plate or necromantic ritual. The priestess place where we found the head. He let us do it.
Darkmoon must need to. That reason is I don't know. But what I heard on that video troubled me.
It was a horrible sight.
I've got questions.
As do we.
Strange flesh abominations.
Did good work tonight. Thank you. I don't know what to do about these prophecies from the head, but they have Sahar shook. And we'll have to be careful. We're going to South send these to the Khalid. Oh, then he stops, remembering that he just deleted the evidence. Stops talking. That'll be all for now. And he opens up a laptop and begins typing on it.
I hope he has a real good memory. Yeah, that needs to be a downtime action this week. You get that video back. There you go.
All right, guys.
Make sure that we find a blood pack for Bishop.
Yeah.
He actually didn't take all that much damage. Surprisingly.
No.
Surprisingly not. Well, there's... All right, so this is where we're going to close it for the night, guys. We pretty much... this is a good breaking point for us. I want you guys to ask each other what you guys, some questions tonight. I want to do things a little bit differently. So I'm not going to ask the questions. You guys know what to do. I'm just going to send it off to you guys. Ufield.
I just want to speculate, but that's usually how it goes with these games. Like, what have we gotten ourselves into, boys? Like, got some traitors in the house. I don't trust anybody. I don't even trust the person we came with.
No.
I was seriously writing that down word for word. So if you don't post in the Discord, I'm just going to rewatch the VOD 3 times. But
no, it's going to go up. It's going to go up soon.
Salvatore is pretty practical about this. Is that we've gotten information. Some of it is true. Some of it is false. And we don't know. All we know is our job was to go out, get information, come back. We did all 3 things. That's a success. Tomorrow, we'll have another mission. We'll do those things, and we'll come back, and that'll be a success. Day by day, night by night. Just focus on today.
Last week, we were in Blackwater. Now it's this shit. So,
well,
it's a bit of a culture shock, to say the least. He's kind of starting to question. I know there's a lot of secrets. Is it really worth it at this point?
Maybe I should just go sit on my couch and watch Netflix. I mean, I can totally get that, though, because Salvatore was a soldier, and he's thinking like a soldier. He's just waiting for the next assignment. Get it done, boss. Ulfhild, sure, she was a fighter, but she's never a soldier. She believes in the power of prophecy. Like,
yeah, you were shit hot on Call of Duty, but
All right, so that was some questions. Brian, what did you like about tonight?
Yeah, it didn't feel pushed. It's not pushed.
Whole city in 8 hours. That was cool. I like that. All the
yeah, you really knocked yourself out on the descriptions this time. You dialed it up to 11.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go take a shit. Holy shit.
I really did like the horror, the body horror aspect.
Oh yeah,
That was fun.
Ryan, you did a great job when you snapped on the guy at the kiosk at the vendor. You just reach out, snatch this guy, go, oh shit! But I couldn't interfere. I couldn't intervene.
Speaking of which, thank you for reminding me, Ryan. I need you to roll 2 dice for your stains, your remorse dice.
A success fail or a D10?
D10. No, success fail. Yes, success fail.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
Nice. You did not lose your humanity.
good job.
I needed it.
Nice. And you were out of willpower too. You really wouldn't have been able to do anything
you
about
pushed
that.
yourself really hard.
You did.
Tonight, you were basically immortal, running around trying to get away from monsters.
Yep.
I was a
Ghoul.
a ghoul plus.
Basically a ghoul.
It was a ghoul plus.
A ghoul plus tonight. Exactly. All right. Ufield.
Yeah, had an amazing time. The in particular, the description of the red market was super fascinating, and I can totally see myself going there, like in real life.
Like, it's a troll market.
There's a creepy underground market full of vampire shit. Where do
Dude, you got like the dude with all the maps and shit like that, and I'm going like, dude, I want all your shit.
Right?
I want all of it.
I'm also afraid that most of it is bullshit, though, because $50
is.
for a map to something important. I don't know about that. It was. Wasn't wrong. Yeah, exactly.
And
But yeah, I can't say. Oh, sorry, I can't say I had any anything negative to say about tonight. It was a really good time. I felt a little bad for Ryan with the feeding nonsense going down, but having some random guy running around shouting that Americans are eating people was well worth it.
It was just like,
All right, Jeff.
Again,
My name is
Ryan having to act out his compulsion did great. I thought it was cool trying to be all juking and jiving and jumping and shit, and dude just snatched me out of the air. I was like, God damn. You could slam onto the ground. It's like, oh. I was like, oh, help, save us.
oh.
But it's good. It's good. The descriptions were on point. You know, everybody seemed to have kind of a moment. So it was good.
All right. Everyone did have a moment tonight. I was very happy with that. I was happy that everyone else seemed to be happy, and I was happy with pacing tonight. We made every scene,
That's
seemed to last as long as it needed to. It didn't drag too long, and we got through it. And there wasn't a whole lot of social stuff tonight to pad it out. There was the Gehenna War is an action chronicle. That's how if you've read the book, that's how it's described. It turns vampire into an action chronicle, and it's how I'm trying to wrap up the chronicle is with action. All right, next week we should have Keywork Savior back. Hopefully we don't lose Ryan too quickly. Hopefully we do. Hopefully we do, because hopefully your life gets to improve because you get your dream answered. So as much as
hopefully yes, but hopefully
exactly as much as it sucks to lose you, knowing that you're doing it to better yourself is awesome.
Yeah, priorities are always. Real life is always first.
Absolutely,
Real life is always first. You know, as much as
I can't sit here and do this every week completely without me.
exactly. No, exactly.
and if you can still keep doing it, that would be awesome.
Yes. I'll try to work a schedule.
Yeah, well, we can also
We'll do what we can.
We'll do what we can. All right, so XP tonight. I'm going to give out 4 XP plus 1 if you tell me what your character learned tonight.
That unhinged abominations that can be flesh crafted and sewn back together actually exist. I've never seen that before firsthand. I got a real first-hand experience.
I guess that goes. That works. I was thinking more plotline related, but that works too.
I think Salvatore learned that things are not as black and white. It's much more gray in the city with all the other people. Like we've got this, Anita. Dude, she was eyeball deep in the Sabbat. That's what she is. That's her clan. And she's helping, and that's not an expectation. So, so we're playing nice.
Ufil, what did you learn?
That our main target is someone who's supposedly been dead for centuries, which makes no damn sense. I'm very curious about that because I knew we were coming to fight the Sabbat, like that made sense. But then we introduced this Janice guy, and somehow he's involved with someone in this group that we're fighting with, and he's dead, or supposedly dead for a really long time. Yeah, a lot of questions.
I'm sure you were considered dead for a very long time.
I'm sure I was too. That's just it.
One thing,
but no one really witnessed my death, so this death has multiple witnesses, supposedly.
One thing, in Latin, all J's are also I's. So it's there's no J sound in Latin. It's all Janus.
Janus, I was not aware of that. Thank you.
Julius. It's like Julius. Same thing. There's no such thing as Julius. It's Julius.
Well, it's good to know. I'm going to snooze these ads, and I'm going to find us somewhere where we're going to go raid. I want to thank everyone for stopping in tonight. I know it's a big ass having you to sit and watch almost a less interactive stream than usual. But I do want to thank everyone for stopping in here, and I'm going to try to find more ways to make it more interactive as we go along. We didn't use any of the redeems tonight, but hopefully we get some use out of those in the future. Keep an eye out because we've got Avatar on the way, and I would be remiss if I did not pimp out the Marvel games that are coming up soon. So Nerdwire's channel and Team Wildwood's channel. You got to keep an eye out for those. Watch out for those because I'll be playing in them, and so will Nerd at Art, and so will Retired 11 Bravo. Will be playing in the Marvel games on other channels, and it's going to be great. I'll be portraying the Crippler, a man who puts you on disability permanently. Doesn't kill, but he makes sure you get disability check. So your insurance better be up to date.
Get that life insurance. Why?
All right, everyone. Where are we going to go? I think we're going to go see Retro Perspective. He's playing Carrion tonight. So let me get over. How long has he been going? Exactly.
About body horror.
Whoops. Let's see what happened.
All right, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Stick with us, and we're going to hit that raid. All right. 3, 2, 1. Peace out.
Peace.